RC, is this sus? Is the Neek sus here?
I don't think so.
Okay. The name of this hotel, the Bao Han Hotel, makes me think it's Vietnam. Do you know what I mean? It just sounds like it. I could be completely wrong with that assessment, but it just sounds like it to me, so that's where I'm going. Yeah, of course I got the wrong fucking city, as always, every single time in Vietnam. But it was it felt like a low cam, but it's not. It's just because you're on a motorbike, right? So that the camera felt a bit different as well. But what for you? What were you picking up on? Similar sort of things, or did you spot something different that kind of got it for you?
Yeah, the writing with the diacritics and other accent things on it. And then yeah, the low cam. I don't think there's really anything else that really stands out in this location.
No, not really.
Vietnam's always urban. Yeah, so I don't know. I went Hanoi because there were like really tall buildings. So I don't know. I didn't think Halong would have buildings this tall, but I guess not.
Fat bollard right in front of us, but it doesn't mean anything to me. RC, should I get this? Should I know this?
I mean, you should know the Balloon.
Ah, they're doing a fucking ball.
This one's fairly easy to remember.
Oh, brilliant! It's fairly easy to remember, is it? Is it fun?
Yeah.
This one doesn't look like anything. It looks like it was a bollard, and then somebody painted it white, but only did one layer on it.
Just ignore the color. Like the thickness.
What do you mean? Right, in my head, it doesn't feel quite Spain, but it doesn't feel quite this side. You call that? So maybe it's Italy. Oh. Oh. Right, that's not a French bollard. Where's the red?
Oh, sometimes they have red, sometimes they have gray, but they're like thick.
Sorry, I didn't understand the thick rule. I thought it was a colour-based thing. I didn't realise we were looking at how voluptuous the bollard looks.
Well, France is like...
I wasn't that horny, if I'm being honest. I just looked at it like any other normal bollard.
I actually talked about something that we can see here in a previous episode.
Oh shit! Wait, let me scan the horizon.
There's
oh wait, oh my god! If it's the thing. Okay, I think I know the thing. Right here, RC, you ready to be proud of me?
Yeah.
So in my head, this in my head, I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm thinking Chile. I'm thinking Peru. But wait a second. What is it they like to do in the Rue? That's the catchphrase RC said to me last time. He said, "What do they do in the Rue? They paint a strip across the bottom of their house." Bing bang bong, it's Peru!
I'm proud of you.
Yes! Wasn't the best guess in the world, but I don't really care. Getting the country right is my goal in life.
That's fair. Yeah, I didn't go particularly close either. I thought I'd pinpoint it, but I guess not.
In the last episode, we talked quite in depth about it, because there was that one round that kind of surprised everyone. And it was one of the things that you said, amongst some other things, about what helped you guess that, and it was the fact that the houses in Peru, sometimes they'll paint a strip across the bottom, which is interesting because you're like, really? Well, you turn around and we've got the same shit going on back here as well, so that's quite interesting to know. And this is in like a completely different part of Peru to where that last round was.
Chile mostly uses wooden houses. I talked about that a lot in the podcast we did.
Yeah.
And then Peru, they like to use these, like, I think they're made out of adobe. It's like the brown, like muddy substance, like the next house over. Like you see that a lot in Peru.
Oh, is that
sometimes in...
Is that CS5 or 6? Sorry, go. That is a
yeah, and then the poles in Peru do have that like black strip at the bottom sometimes. I have noticed that.
Oh yeah, I thought that was a shadow. It is a black strip. Interesting. Unfortunately, there was quite a big non-visual clue going on. Well, non-visual clue sounds stupid, doesn't it? There was a meta clue going on that definitely helps pinpoint the countries a little bit. But I mean, landscape-wise and stuff, I think this does narrow it down quite a bit, regardless. I couldn't tell you whether or not this is really between Monty or Bania, to be honest. I still don't quite get the difference between the two. Maybe you can help explain that to me in a second. So I'm just going to go with Bania.
Bean Boys.
This probably doesn't fit, but I'm just going to drop it here and see what we get. Oh, it was a little bit more southern. And of course, as it should be, our local Albanian did get a 5k. Well done, Kurt. Proud of you, as always. So, like it or love it, there was a big old meta clue in this one, which was the rift. The rift in the sky, unfortunately, means it's combined with what you can see, obviously, the green kind of stony mountain sort of thing, puts it into Albania or Montenegro. But I don't know how you differentiate between the two, like why this was one and not the other. So maybe that's where you can take over, RC.
It's kind of difficult. I think the houses looked a little more like Albania. They're like usually Albanian houses look a little more like Greek. They're like multiple floors, and they'll have like these like balconies or whatever. Meanwhile, like Montenegro has a lot more like Balkan style, like with the roofs and whatnot. Like these are usually like flat roofed.
I mean,
the license plates. Yeah, hold on. I actually didn't see the license plates, but I think they might have like blue on both sides.
Yeah, as you can see on the right hand side here, you've got the double blue. Not something I picked up on, because I guess the rift was.
Oh, and there's a bollard there as well. I have like the Italian style bollards.
Okay.
Couldn't see that either, but yeah, it has like the black on top and with the red.
I mean, the best coiffure. This sign here, legendary. I'd trust a drawing of a haircut over a photo of a haircut any day of the week. So that for me, that's enough really. I think we're in Ben Eagle. I don't know where the fuck we're gonna be though. What's the coolest sounding place? Everyone's favourite town. Engay Gay. That's where I'm going. Oh my. Okay. It was Senegal. Right, so the reason why I got this was just the fact that it said coiffure on the sign, which I imagine is French for haircut or something, or hairstyle.
Yeah.
Any Frenchers
like
can confirm, I don't know. It's also sandy, dry looking, race guesser and all the rest of it. So,
I think there's also a sign like for the right side of the road.
best fruit by a mile is pineapple. Sorry, had to be said and done.
What? No.
What?
No.
What do you mean no? It's cut and dry. Pineapple.
No.
It bangs. Well, no, actually, okay. The best fruit is beans, but the second best fruit is pineapple. Are you insane? Mango. Mango's good, but it
Yeah, mango. Definitely mango.
Come on. Could be two places. Got a yellow taxi. I think this is... I don't know. I'm really not sure. I'm just going to have to drop a Campeche bad boy. No. Oh, Eki! Wow, I'm intrigued as to why that was Eki specifically. Right, RC, please, without using bananas as the reason, tell me why this is Eki.
Aww. I actually wanted to use banana.
Oh, wait, no, God, I didn't think that was actually a reason why it was there. Go on.
Yeah, banana plants, like, the main two places you find banana plants are southern Guatemala, like near the coast.
Yeah.
There's a lot of banana plants.
Right.
Then Ecuador and the area like near Guayaquil and like going north like towards Santo Domingo, like all of that area, like it's like really flat and like perfect for banana plantations.
Interesting.
Like I said, like Guatemala was the other one, and Guatemala doesn't have like you would have the bars. Plus, I don't know. I think the sun was slightly north. I did look at that a little bit, and really everything else would be the same. Like, including like in Mexico, like you would have pretty much the same signs, like these like same shape license plates.
Okay.
So I guess really like it's pretty rare to see banana. Like obviously you can see banana plantations in Mexico, but if you see them, you should probably go Ecuador. It's like a very specific location.
It always is with the ones that you like. Do you know, I have absolutely no idea. The only thing this reminds me of looking like is like Turkey. It has.
It's not a bad guess. Yeah.
Oh, it was Kyrgyz. Interesting. Okay, you seem pretty confident pretty quick. So, what's the deal with this one?
There's like this really deep gorge in Kyrgyzstan. This one's like basically I just went off of like landscape memory. Like, it's like a really deep gorge, and then it goes into like this reservoir at the end, and it looks like really beautiful. The water is like a really nice blue.
Yeah, I was gonna say the color of the water is quite interesting. I think I went Turkey because the kind of it's this more like dirty brown kind of rock. It's not like very sandy. It's not very orange. It's just more of a muted kind of brown. But obviously, you know, it's not exclusive to Turkey by any stretch of imagination. But I kind of see it now with Kyrgyz, so it's interesting. They're big boy palms. Because part of me was thinking, do you remember that round from the Sea podcast? And it was the Philippines. But I'm pretty sure they have those like really tall palm trees. And it's more tropical. Where this doesn't feel like that. But it doesn't scream like...
Yeah.
It's not screaming amazing.
These are a different kind of palms.
Yeah, it's a lot thicker. So I'm thinking... Indo or something somewhere. Do you know what? I'm going to throw it up here and we'll see what it says. Ooh, okay. I'm happy with that. Do you know what? I'm not angry with that.
Nice.
So as we know, Indo is an absolute nightmare to guess in, I guess. Mine was just sheer luck. I didn't really have any logic to, other than the type of palm tree as to why I clicked there. Was yours just a random guess, or was there something that made you go there specifically?
Yeah, the oil palms. That's what they're called. They're like these like really wide like palms, and they're a little lower to the ground, and like they're like pretty circular, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And you see those in Sumatra, in Malay, like the peninsula, and Borneo, and then occasionally in like far southern Thailand. Okay. So really, it's like between Malaysia and Indonesia here. And I don't know, I just went Indonesia because usually in Malaysia, I feel like the roads are a little bit higher quality. Not always, obviously, but it was kind of a toss-up. But with this like kind of not so wide road and like a little bit poorer quality, I lean towards Indonesia.
Right, another interesting... Oh god, this is really interesting.
Yeah, this is some interesting trees.
Okay, I'm like immediately like thrown off by this.
I'm just as confused as you, to be honest. There's some really interesting trees, but I've never like seen so many of these before.
Do you think these are planted?
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're very like uniform, aren't they, in their spacing?
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's 2 minutes.
I have no idea if where I went was right or wrong.
I like it when we all learn something.
Yeah.
Which this map tends to do. I don't feel like... So my initial thought, and this is based on the way the track looks, was Australia. Because it just reminds me of like the Australian like rally courses. Like just the colour of the track. And then you said, oh, I wonder if these trees are like eucalyptus trees. And they must have eucalyptus in Australia, because that's what those little fuckers eat, koala bears, right?
Yeah. I'll say that's my second guess.
That's your
That was my second guess. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I'm gonna go there. I don't know whereabouts. Awful. What the fuck?
Oh wow.
And it wasn't even like in a weird. No. Mr. Neefs, how did you. What was your thought process? Oh, so you got 5th. Where did you go?
I went Brazil. Where did Tapata go? Did he go Brazil as well?
Yeah, you two went in a similar place as well, which scares the life out of me. That you guys had a similar thought
It's because
process.
I've seen those like types of eucalyptus plantations over there. I think
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like I've never seen like these types of trees planted in South Africa. I've seen plenty of like pine forests planted
Yeah.
in South Africa, but these eucalyptus trees like it's kind of interesting. Oh, I think like I have one country in mind,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like one or two other countries.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling the same way. I don't know what the country is. Based on the kind of styling of this house and like the feel, as the only thing I can use. For me, this is like, I think it's Latvia, but it could be Lithuania or Estonia. And Poland like crossed my mind as the first place. I don't know whereabouts it would be. I'm gonna put it closer to Russia because of the sandy soil. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm not sure. Yes, fucking crack on. I actually feel like my logic actually paid off there. This house just reminds me of every time you get a Latvia around. There's these like, I don't know if it's the way they treat the wood on some of these houses or whatever, but they're like wooden houses, aren't they? With these kind of like.
Yeah, but you got kind of lucky because basically every Baltic country has like the wood roofed houses.
Yeah. Okay. It just reminds me of.
Yeah.
The only reason I say that is there was a round I did for TikTok, but it was on 10-second guesses, and there was a house in Latvia that looked exactly like that, but it was in a village, and it just reminded me of that. That's why I went there.
What I would say about Latvia here is that Latvia a lot of times, like this is not like 100% because Baltics are just kind of difficult, but a lot of times Latvia has like redder roads, like this slightly red hue, and then they're usually wider. This one's not very wide. This one's kind of like slim.
Yeah.
But usually like the meta is like reddish hue and wider roads is Latvia, and then like kind of like slimmer roads or tighter roads and like this grayish soil is Estonia.
Interesting.
And then obviously you got the poles, which can't really make them out that well, but they are kind of like Latvia ones. The Latvia ones have like these like I don't know how to say it. I don't know like how to explain it. It's just like these like curvy things coming off, like these like little lamp things. You go towards the poles.
Sure. Oh, what, up here?
Yeah.
And they're like,
you see how they have like
candelabras or whatever you call them.
Yeah. That's like the typical Latvian pole.
Okay, yeah, I get exactly what you mean now.
Yeah. Whereas Estonia and Lithuania usually have like a horizontal wood piece like at the top. Like Latvia's sometimes is just like this, where you just have like those things coming off and no horizontal piece of wood like at the top of the pole.
Yeah.
So even though you couldn't really make those out, like you could kind of tell still.
I have like a Pog factor guess in the back of my head.
I think I know what it is.
Do you? Right. So my brain, normal brain, is telling me northern Spain, maybe southern Spain. Spain is screaming out. It's also saying maybe it could be a little bit of Greece or Turkey. Doesn't really. Could be any of this sort of stuff. but my Pog Factor brain is saying, ready for it? Cape
I'm ready.
Town. No!
Oh, nice. I got
What
it,
the
I think.
fuck?
Oh, 499.
Oh, fuck off. This is so annoying. What's that? Sea of Galilee? What the hell is that? Galilee? Is that what that is?
Okay, so I did look. I was like looking at that lake, and you could, or couldn't tell that it was a lake, but there's like water, and then there was like land on the other side. So
Oh, see,
I actually
didn't-
looked in like a couple of places.
I
Like
didn't really notice that, but yeah,
Yeah.
you can faintly see it. Yeah.
I looked in like Spain and whatnot, but like Israel did come up in my mind, and it kind of does feel a little bit like drier
Mm.
than maybe what you'd see in the rest of the Mediterranean. Obviously, like it could have been, there's like some really dry parts of Spain, but I don't know. I guess just the lake, like when you see like Lake Tiberias, like it's like a good place to get Pog Factor guesses. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, the way you've said like the process of elimination with noticing that it's a lake and then adding up the other factors, it is very fucking dry, super hot. Makes a lot of sense, yeah. Said KA. Moving is work, no move is knowledge, NMPZ is art. That's the best thing I've ever read. I don't like this, right? The reason I don't like this is because the sign makes me say, oh, it's Peru. Clearly, it's the signs that you get in Peru. But then the landscape doesn't really look like it. Like it's really green. So where? But then you can get more green. I just don't know. Is there a lake as well? There's a lake.
Yeah.
Would I go more north or more south based on that? Do you know what? We'll bang it right in the middle. Hope for the best. We're not looking at that, are we? That's massive. There's a small bit of water. Oh, fuck it, we'll just whack
But
it
you
in.
were looking at Lake Junin. That's actually a pretty recognizable area,
Oh, okay.
like by that lake.
Bean Boys.
Oh, I'd have been better off going... Okay. So it was more northern.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay. Interesting. Yeah.
I mean, as we've always...
So
we've
apparently, I didn't know where it was.
Oh, okay. I think we've discovered with Peru in the podcast and on pro shows is that north, south, and a similar thing with Chile. It can be very deceptive.
Yeah. I think someone said it looks like Russian hellscape. Pretty much like those like very strange looking buildings. I've seen those in a lot of like quarry areas, like super far into the like super high up in like the Peruvian mountains.
Yeah. Because that's. I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's yeah. Huh. Interesting. I mean, anything else to share about it that you think's a giveaway for Peru?
Black and white stripes on the pole or on the signposts. I think opposite of the sign, there's like that white like kilometer marker thing.
Oh yeah,
You see
there
a
is.
lot,
Yeah.
Yeah, in Peru. Peru's like probably like one of the only ones that have like these kilometer markers or like these like stone things.
it's
Usually
quite-
they're like painted with like KM as well.
Yeah. EG says Mina means quarry stroke mine. Guardrail.
Yeah.
Guardrail's a good one. Yeah, that is reminiscent. Yeah, cool last round. I'm quite happy with that being the last round because it was. Well, it was Peru. I think Peru's a cool country.